session. It was the first day of class for me today, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. But I just wanted to check in and see what's been going on with y'all, what y'all been up to, what y'all accomplishments have been since we last met, because it's been a few weeks because we had break and all of that. So check in with y'all. I'm gonna look on my phone though. Hmm. Okay. Hey Kelly. My mom should be getting you your jewelry soon. I gave her your address for her to send the stuff out to you. Hey Reality. I can't even see those comments on there. Hey Kayasia. Hey Orlando. Hey Antoine. Antoine, tell Miss Joni that you consistent, because I be seeing you every time that I'm watching the session. You be on here, so I don't know what she be talking about. Hey Kayla. Hey Dawn. Happy Winter Wednesday. Kayasia said she doing good. That's good. Hey Yo Yo. It was nice seeing you when I was back for yeah. Hey Chris. Hey Roman. Yo, if y'all didn't get Roman book, make sure that y'all got Roman book. I got mine. I would get up to just show y'all, but I don't want to be ghetto and then leave y'all with just nothing here but the background. Hey Mael. Hey Antonio. Hey Santana. Hey Asada. Hey Dante. Done. It's giving beat you up. Zamp is Antoine, and Antoine is consistent. Antoine is trying to become a heartbeat. So yeah, welcome Antoine. Dante said I'm doing good. We preparing for my show, first modeling competition against Mervo and a couple other schools. I'm excited. That's exciting. I feel like with stuff like that, even though I'll be speaking in front of people, I get nervous. Like it's because it's like more like performance based instead of like just like I don't know, talking is like something that I can do. I still get nervous, but like I feel like that would be a overwhelming amount of nervousness. It wouldn't work for me. No. Um career plan. Okay. So I'm gonna basically give y'all the rundown what's been going on with me. I think the last time that I had a session, let me see when the last time I had a session with y'all was. Well, it was 2 weeks ago. Right? We had a session on the 4th. I think it was the 4th. But anyway, it's the first day. It was the first day of class for me. Monday, I drove. Oh, wait. Roman, you go first. You go first because mine can wait. But what's the good news? As a matter of fact, I actually am going to show you all my books because I'm pressed. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all get your book. Hopefully it focused. There we go. Make sure y'all go ahead and get your book. Go ahead to Amazon. It's called Seeing 1/6 of the Earth. And it's a it's the real deal. Like, stop lying. Hey Raquel. Roman, what's the good news? Because you got us like waiting, like I'm nervous. Roman, maybe you should do a reading like one day. Like, I know I got mine signed, but if you could come maybe like read some of these poems one day, like even on like a Winter Wednesday, or like if you did your own live or like some Roman, I hope this is something like it's like a big blur, because the way we just sitting here waiting to see what it is like, what's going on? And I don't want to go ahead and start talking and then okay. Yes, Roman said someone wants me to teach a poetry class in an elementary school. Yes, I'm excited. I feel like It would be so good for you. That would be fitting for you. Jada said she started when she first got it. Yo, don't beat me up. I didn't start reading mine yet, but I know it's good. I know it's good because Roman wrote it. So, but I'm gonna get to it. I probably have time today, but y'all I already started getting homework, so I don't know. I already started getting homework. But congratulations, Roman. I'm so excited for you. You gotta keep us like updated though. As like it's going once you get started and everything. Antonio, not too much on me. Do you even have a book? Like, did you even have a book? Like, don't do me. Good. Jada said she reading slow. Like, Antonio, what if I'm letting my book marinate whole time? Like, I'm letting it sit just so when I read it, it be that much more impactful. Like I just can't believe you just tried to do me like that. But anyways, right, Roman, drop another one. We gonna be waiting. We not rushing you though. We not rushing you, but hey Anthony. But we not rushing you. And mind you, don't mind my nails because it looks a mess. But I'm gonna go ahead and just give y'all a rundown because Roman, I gotta be there. Okay, y'all. Roman is the heartbeat presenter next week, and she got a fire session for y'all. But make sure that y'all definitely are on because she said that she gonna do a reading of her book at the admission Monday. Jada said yes, let it marinate because it's deep. See, and that's what I'm saying. I need time to recuperate after I read it. So yeah. Okay. I'm gonna give y'all a rundown real quick because we do got a guest tonight and I don't want to keep her waiting too long. And we got a real good topic tonight. My topics kind of normally just come to me. Next week we got a theme. Well, not next week. Next month we got a theme. Because y'all know y'all said y'all wanted themes and all of that. So we incorporating that and we got another thing that we trying to do. Well, we will be doing next month that I'm really excited for. But anyway, so today was the first day of class for me, and I drove down to Atlanta on Monday. The drive was a little bit shakier than the other ones for real because this is my third time driving that distance, but this was a time by myself. I drove by myself before, but this time like I was fasting, so well I still am fasting. Today is day 11 if you see on my schedule. But I was fasting, so when I drove, I left a plan to leave around 7 or 8, but then I ended up leaving at 9:30 because I didn't really get as much sleep as I wanted to. I woke up early to watch the Pray 21 service, and then I ate breakfast before the sun came up, which I don't think my body is like getting used to the fact that I really don't be eating before the sun come up. So like it wasn't really agreeing with me. So I was just like groggy during the first part of my drive. And don't get mad, y'all. And hopefully Miss Joni not watching at this part right here. She probably listening, but Miss Joni, just skip this part. Your girl started like low key dozing off in the beginning part. Like I was okay. We made it. I took a nap. Cause I took a break. I took a nap. And yeah, but I was just real tired and like groggy feeling. The music wasn't even really helping me at first. Normally music be like my thing. But I left 9:30. I ended up getting here like around 9 something, closer to 10. And then I made it. The rest of the ride was good. Once I was able to break my fast, I was okay. When I started eating and drinking more water helped me too. But your girl made it to Atlanta safe. That's all. Don't worry. I had a French vanilla once I broke my fast, like a medium one though, not a large. That would be crazy. But I had French vanilla and that just I got gas and I just made it finish the stretch to Atlanta at that. But yeah, I ended up doing that yesterday. And also that night when I got back on Monday night, I took my hair out. And so that was a whole nother thing. I really honestly just been experiencing sleep deprivation, but it's on, I guess it's on me. Yeah, it's on me. But yeah, so I took my hair out, ended up going to sleep at 3 a.m. on Monday. And then Tuesday, I was like, I want to get my hair done because, the first day of school, I had my hair in for a while. So then I went and got my hair pressed and trimmed. Y'all know I said my hair was breaking off, which it was, but it's not that bad. So I did that, went straight to my internship after that. So I was there from like 1:30 to 7. Then I finally broke my face after that. And then what happened? Now we here at the first day of class, and I had 3 classes. I was supposed to have 3 classes, but one of my classes is not going to actually start until next week, which I mean, I'm not tripping. And then the other 2 classes was cool. I already had these professors before, so I already kind of know them and how they work, which is good. But it's also like, you need some fresh energy, which, I couldn't get quite yet because I don't have that professor until next week. So yeah, I had intro to psych today, and I had research methods, and they was cool, just talking about the syllabus and stuff. And it was I don't think I ever told y'all, but it's another Camry here, and she got like the same initials as me. It's Camry Morris, not Camry Moses. And so she in my class, and we said Camry, we both raised our hand. I'm like, come on, like, not too much, but I gotta figure out meet her one day. Like, I never had nobody in close proximity that had my exact name spelled in the exact same way that I have it. Hey, Nevaeh. But yeah, so Camry Morris, and it's me, Camry Moses. But yeah, other than that, class was cool, and now we here. So I gotta break my fast after this too, by the way, y'all, because the sun is down. I gotta eat after this. But anyway, that was just a little quick recap. I'm glad everybody doing good. We glad we accomplishing more and everything like that. If my guest is listening, you could go ahead and come on. And then I'll let you on. But while we wait for you to come on and hop on, I'm gonna go ahead and share what we're talking about today. So we could kind of just think about MLK Day was on Monday, which that's a whole thing, especially with like Black culture and everything like that. But today I wanted to talk. Okay, come on, Nevaeh, with the midterms over and AIDS. That's what we talk about. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about making space for others. So MLK Day is really all about service and community and connection. Normally that's all that I see, like volunteer events and everything as far as service and serving your community. So today we're going to be talking about making space for others. And I don't know how everybody thinks about the work that they do, but for me, I think about like paving the way for other people. So me going to school, and especially with the school that I go to at Spelman, not many girls from Baltimore come here, and I'm not saying that every Baltimore girl should come to Spelman, but it's an honor to be here. So doing that, having my own business, experiencing and practicing entrepreneurship for a couple years, really like my whole life. And my community work and my speaking, I want to like pave the way. So I thought it would be a really good topic on this great Wednesday. Kind of just, be intentional about how we're doing things and if we're even like truly paving the way with the work that we do. So kind of give me your first thoughts. What do y'all think about when y'all think about like making space for others? What other things come to mind? And when my guests get on here, we go ahead and share or start our discussion. If anybody else wants to hop on, let me know. I'll give y'all the link, and I'm about to let my guest on. All right, let me change it so you can see you. I like that. Here we go. All right. Hey, Kayla. Oh, we can't hear you.
I had it.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Wait, hold on. Go ahead, talk again.
Hold on.
I think it was just me. No, it's you. It wasn't you. It was me. I had my thing on mute, so we can hear you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Kayla is our guest for today. I believe everyone knows who you are, but just in case it's somebody that doesn't know who you are, you can go ahead and give yourself an introduction, talk about like some of the things that you're in or some of the projects and what you do. Because you got a business too, right? It was me, but some people put in the comments they can't hear you either. I could hear you before, so I don't know what happened.
Can you
Yeah, it's a little delayed, but we can hear you now.
want me to leave and come back, or?
Yeah, you can leave and come back, and we can see if the audio is good. Are you on Chrome too, or are you in
Mm-mm.
Safari?
So
Do you have Chrome? Okay, all right. We going you leave and come back, and then we gonna see how the audio is. And if the audio not working, then I'm gonna just call you on my phone and put you on speaker. All right. All right, so we're gonna wait for Kayla to come back, but I'm gonna read some of the comments about what y'all said, what comes to mind. Hey Jimmy. Um, okay, okay, so Nevaeh said living for others and not yourself gives purpose. I definitely think that, and like it kind of grounds you, like thinking about what you do, because sometimes when it just be for you and you don't feel like it just be like, all right, well, whatever. I don't feel like doing it, so that's whatever. I'm gonna get back in my bed. I'm gonna lay down or whatever. But when it's for other people, it's like you kind of develop that discipline. So like it'd be like try to do it where it's not crippling because I've done that before and we can kind of discuss that too. But like I'll be like, yeah, I got the city on my back. Like I got the city youth on my back. And that's kind of like how I carry it when I don't want to do stuff. Like that kind of puts in the back of my head and I'm doing this for a reason. And I also have a reminder on my phone. It's like, you know, you here for a purpose or it's all for a higher purpose. And so when I think about things like that, it's like I have to do this stuff. And if it's truly things that I don't think is beneficial to where I want to go in my space, I've been doing better with just like taking a step back. So y'all know last time that I was on here, I was talking about that e-board situation where I was like, I don't think that I'm truly, making an impact and stuff with my position, right? So over the break, I finally, sent the audio, whatever, explaining like I don't think this will be like this should be a part of my journey. I didn't say it like that, but I still want to be a part of the organization. I just think that I could be doing things like more impactful in the organization. So I was really proud of myself because it took a lot of courage for me to do, but it just because it didn't align with where I want to. All right, Kayla back on. So let's see what her audio looking like.
is it better?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you can go ahead and give your introduction because we couldn't hear nothing that you said before.
Okay. So my name is Kayla. I'm 18 years old. I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own business called Beauty and Glow by Kay. I do customize hoodies and customized shirts. So I try to create a clothing line and I have customized handmade body scrubs. So yeah, and I go to Randallstown High School, senior.
I know that's right. Go ahead, senior. What you thinking about for like after school?
College. And
Okay,
then
you got
after
you got a
college.
list.
So yeah, I did. I got accepted in almost all of them. I just waited for 3 more. So I applied
Ooh.
to Frostburg. I got into Frostburg, Norfolk. I got into Norfolk, and Hood, I got into Hood College. I applied to Bowie. That's my top school, but they have not got back to me. I don't know what's going on. Coppin, I applied to. They haven't got back to me. Towson, I applied to. They haven't got back to me. And Salisbury, I applied to, and I got in.
That's so good. I'm so happy for you. When I've been seeing like your posts, like your schools and your acceptances and like the financial aid packages y'all been getting, like it kind of give me like nostalgia a little bit because I think about like when I was going through the process of decision day and stuff, and seeing how you're going to be able to grow and develop in college is really exciting because y'all are really like powerhouses right now, but college kind of take it to a different level. Like you kind of exposed to more opportunities and like the clubs and networks of like alum that go to the schools is like really powerful. So I'm excited for what the future is gonna hold for you. But while you were gone, we just were like going over what comes to mind when you hear making space or making room for others. So what comes to mind for you?
You said when making space and making room for others?
Yes, what comes to mind for you?
I mean, I can always make space if I want to, but I don't really feel like personally, I don't feel like I have space to add other people. But at the same time, I'm a nice person, so like I'm not gonna like push somebody away. But all the stuff that I do with like my daily activities, I feel like I don't have time or space to keep adding more people, more things, more problems. So yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about it in kind of like that realm too, as far as like our relationships or friendships with people. But I was kind of thinking of it more as like with the work that you do, being intentional about how you do them, or basically kind of connecting it to purpose. So like for me, I think about with the work that I do, like being at Spelman, with my internship, doing the work I do with Horse Miles, it all connects back to like the purpose or like me helping other people. So like as far as like me thinking about making space for others, it's more so like passing the torch. So like what I'm doing now is changing the game for the people that come up behind me. So it'll be easier for them like going forward with like speaking and community work and all that type of thing. But
Yeah.
I know some people put some stuff in the comments too. So like Nevaeh was saying living for others and not yourself gives purpose. And I was just telling her like I kind of agree with that because sometimes when you're just doing it for you, you don't feel like it. Sometimes you just want to go ahead, get back in the bed, roll over, not do nothing. Sometimes be a couch potato. That was me like the whole winter break. But like when you're doing it for other people, it's like this really like means something. Like if I don't do this, this will have like consequences. So
Yeah, that's why when I try to do like homework or stuff that I know I gotta get done, I try to do it with a friend, get a friend to do it or somebody that's doing it too and do it with them so that they can hold me accountable and I can hold them accountable.
and yeah, that's definitely like a good point because like although we have sometimes where we feeling like really unmotivated or sometimes feeling like depleted, like having that person there to support you is like really important because it's like okay, if we kind of like on the same wavelength with what we doing or even our purpose, then that kind of makes it easier in the process. I think it's some like research behind that as far as like social support when going through things and experiencing stuff too. So how do you determine who is that group or that person that is supporting you during times where like you feel unmotivated or you don't want to do it?
Well, my circle's very small, so I don't really have that many friends. So I usually keep it between my small group. They people that I know I can trust, I can depend on when I need something. They can pick up the slack for me. So yeah, I kind of keep it between them. It's only two
That
people.
that makes sense. I'm kind of one of those people too. I guess I'm like an ambivert because when I'm on here, I can sit and talk to y'all like it's nothing. But when I'm talking to people outside, like if I'm in class, right after class, I'm coming back to my room, like, or I'm doing whatever I need to do. I don't really sit and be like, oh, let me socialize and everything like that. So I'm kind of trying to get better with like not getting more friends because I don't think you really go into it like that, but like just kind of going with the natural flow of like what I do and how like I meet people and stuff. Jada said what comes to mind for her is that I feel like there isn't a space for grassroots nonprofits that serve the community. And talk a little bit more about that, Jada, because I know that where we are right now with like Horse Miles, we see like not say like a plethora of opportunities, but we have a lot going on. So, um, I know a lot of people that's in the nonprofit world don't necessarily experience it in the same way that like Heartbeats do, or just like how we do stuff. It seems like we have a lot of opportunities. But can you talk a little bit more about like why you feel like it's not enough space for grassroots nonprofits, and like what space would you like to see them in? And then Jada also said, especially towards youth, not having enough space. Ro, are you new? Cause I don't know if I've seen you on here before. I think I might have seen you one other time. But if you new, welcome.
All right, can you repeat what you said?
Up
Just
towards Jada.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just basically talking about like asking her like what does she mean completely, because I know that with Heart Smiles we got a lot of different opportunities and we in a lot of different spaces, and other people or other nonprofits don't necessarily get to experience the nonprofit world like we do. So I kind of wanted to see like more of like what her thoughts were surrounding like what spaces she want grassroots nonprofits to be in and all of that.
Okay, gotcha. It went in and out for a second.
Yeah, it might be my AirPod. If other people
No, it's
um
not. It's not you. It's
okay.
me. It's me.
Oh, okay. Um, Antonio said you can't help everybody, but everybody can help somebody. I feel like I know what you mean with that. Like, as one single individual, you only have but so much capacity. But like everybody can use their capacity to help with something. That's true.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I just feel like I can do what I can do, and I'm not going, try to do more than what I can do because I am still one person. And I
Hmm.
do kind of have that problem where I try to help so many people, and I have to realize that I am just one person, and I only can help people but so much, and how much they allow you to help them.
Yeah, and I feel like that kind of like ties into making space, because you have to have the understanding that you only have a certain amount of capacity. I think that one time Miss Joni was talking about, she might have been talking about the team, Horsemouth team or something like that. And she was saying like I'm only one person. So like when you have a team of people, you add other people, you also add their capacity to do stuff too. So I'm trying to like build more of a network with people. I have people in my network, but like people that I kind of I talk to on a daily, but talk to on a regular basis. In order for me to not be able to use people capacity, but have like some extra support. And Nevaeh said, small example. My little cousins copy and follow my example, so I have to set a good one. And yeah, that's something too, because I know with the having a higher purpose thing that uh, how do I want to say this? That sometimes it feels like delayed gratification, or it is delayed gratification. Like you don't see results right away, or like the reasoning for why you do stuff, but like that's also where the intentionality comes in. But these like the daily things that you do, like to help people or like show it or set an example, those allow you to get like instant gratification. It's not instant, but it's kind of like it takes less time than this higher purpose, the idea of a higher purpose. And she also
Yeah.
said um she puts too much pressure on herself and that doesn't turn out good. And I'm that way too. That's why I said don't think about the higher purpose in a crippling aspect. Think about it more in a way that's kind of like uplifting you and driving you to do more and be more intentional.
Yeah, that's me too. That's really me too. It never turns out good, and I just be looking at myself like, why?
And you got to know your limit, because I'm one of those people that drives myself in a hole too, especially because it's like all the opportunities be good, right? But every good opportunity isn't good for you. So like it'd be like, yeah, this sounds good, like, it's interesting and stuff. But like you have to have some type of goal or purpose in mind, or you just gonna keep like racking up these different opportunities. And one thing that I've noticed is that when you rack up all these opportunities, you spread yourself thin. So after you spread yourself thin, like although they're good opportunities, you're not really putting in good effort in all of these opportunities. So like it's not turning out good for either side of the party. Like with you, you're kind of like crippling yourself, and you also are weakening your brand because people are now not receiving the best parts of you. But on the other side, people aren't receiving what they need to from you in order for them to really benefit with you being a part of whatever it is.
Yeah. I think that comes with saying no to some things, not
Mm-hmm.
saying yes to everything. Because once you keep saying yes to everything, you're not gonna have time to give enough attention to one thing. You're gonna be trying to give your attention to several different things, and then you won't be really putting your all into it, and then it'll just end up not even looking like you're doing anything.
Definitely. And I also don't want this to be confused with like I know we're young. We don't all have like our purpose like all like in the back of my head. I feel like I've been lucky enough to come across Horse Mouths and realize what my passions are. But like some people don't know that yet. So I don't want to say like want it to be like, okay, don't participate in multiple opportunities, because some people are doing that in order for them to find themselves and find their passion and purpose. I'm saying it as a way like don't burn yourself out, because it's a difference between trying different things and experimenting with things, and it's another thing where like you trying to go full fledged with everything that you're doing and burning yourself out.
Yeah, let me talk about burnout. Burnout, that is not something to play with. My body literally has sat me down 2 different times. Like, you keep doing too much, your body will sit you down. So before your body sits you down, just don't take on too much. Take on only what you can. Don't stress about stuff that you can't, that's out of your hands and stuff like that. So yeah, put you first.
And yeah, I understand that sitting you down part too. And I'm gonna try to get up with these comments. I see that y'all been commenting a lot more. But I kind of got sat down, I guess, over this winter break. So last semester was real like stressful for me. Like, it just was a lot going on. And I guess I was putting unnecessary stress on certain situations. You know how you have a certain outcome in mind and like it don't turn out like that. So like you kind of like stressing over what you can't control. I kind of was going through that, and then just doing a lot. And like I said, last semester I was involved in things that I didn't really think that I was making impact with, and that didn't align with my purpose. So it was bothering me, and I had to build up the courage to like say like, oh, I can't do this no more. Like, regardless of how other people are gonna feel, I'm gonna do it as professional as possible in a way that feels natural to me. But I can't do this anymore. Like, it doesn't align with me. And somebody else that wants to do it more possibly could be in a position and do better than I am. So I'm really kind of like holding up the spot for somebody else. I looked at it like that. But I got sat down because it's like I really didn't feel like doing much during the winter break. Like I really wanted to just like lay down and sleep. And normally that's not me. Normally it's like, okay, I'm coming home, I got more time. Let me do literally this, let me do this, or let me do more presentations or whatever. But like I literally just felt like I wasn't at a physical capacity to do that. And I had a period where, I wasn't talking to my friends for a little bit. I'm kind of just like isolating myself. My hair was breaking off, all of that. I had a low spot. I got like a low spot in the bag, like different breaking spots in the bag. So it's like all of those different things is like these are signals to me that I really just need to slow down, or like even just be more intentional about the stuff that I'm doing. So the winter break kind of allowed me to get myself back together. I took a solo vacation to Virginia. and that kind of allowed me to get my spirits back together. But I'm still like a work in progress. But more the story between me and Kayla, like, don't allow it to get so bad that your body does really sit you down, because it's not going to be good for you. Like, I think that once my hair, it started affecting my hair, that really started bothering me. Like, I had other things physically going on wrong, but like once it started affecting my hair, it was just over. Like, I was like, I've been taking this time growing my hair out, eating my vitamins, all of that, but now like it's breaking off. So I'm like, I need to change my focus and like change what I'm stressing for. Like, I feel like if it's not something that's really like gonna benefit you on like the other end, there is no need to stress about it. So some of the things that you can't control, you can't change. If it doesn't align with your purpose and you're not stressing about it because it, is aligning with your purpose, then let it go. So yeah.
Yeah. Last time I got sit down, um, I was overworking myself. I can't remember what I was doing, but I was overworking myself. And I kept saying, let me do this, let me do this, let me do this. Did it freeze me?
No, you could.
Oh, well, it's just frozen on my side. Okay. But I kept going stuff, just adding more and more stuff. And then finally, I just got sick out of nowhere. Like, straight was sick for like literally 7 days straight. I've never laid in a bed that long and didn't turn the TV on. I wasn't texting nobody really. I just was doing nothing. And I finally went to the doctors and it was like, they can't tell me what's wrong with me. I'm like, clearly that was just a sign to me, like I just needed to sit down. I think I was just sick because of what I was doing, because I was doing too much. I don't think I was like, because they told me I didn't have anything. So I was just like,
Mhm.
that must have been my sign. I need to chill out. And every time I
Mhm.
start doing too much, I think about that and I'm like, nope, never again. 7 whole days is enough for me.
Yeah, 7 days is like crazy. I hate being sick. Like, I hate it. Like, everything be hurting, everything be congested. You don't even really want to eat. Like, it just be too much going on, and I'm like, I can't do this. Like, you just be like, I don't want to do nothing. Like, it's just not good. Um, okay, let me read some more of these comments, and then I'm gonna just scroll down because we got some more stuff to get into, and we don't got that much time. All right, so Jimmy said knowing your purpose. Ralph said work hard and you get more new things in life. Yes, yes. But also work smart. Sometimes I think about like work smarter, not harder. Like, one thing that I was doing in my classes is like how Kayla was talking about she have accountability partner. I kind of was doing it different. We got group chats for like all our classes basically. So what I would do when we had them big readings every week, I was like, you know what, y'all, who want to split the reading? Kind of just thinking about how I can make things easier for me and also do it in a smarter way. So sometimes when you work smarter and not harder, you can also still get some of those new things, because I read it with other people. I had more time to like free up the my schedule and do other things, because the readings will take a long time. But it's like if I'm taking less time to read, then boom, let me go ahead and go out and go to the movies with my friends, or do something like that. Um, all right. Thank and Jimmy said living for others is sometimes exhausting, but when it comes to things that will help me, it's hard to do. Okay, explain it a little bit more about like why is it hard? Um, why is it hard, and why do you find it exhausting? Because maybe you're. I'm not saying this in a really bad way, but maybe you're just living for others wrong. Maybe you're doing it in the wrong way. Because I know for me, I know that it could be like that sometimes when you're doing it, like putting all this pressure on yourself, but when you do it in a more positive way. So let's talk about that a little bit more. Antonio said, I can't be living for others. That takes away from me as a person. And I think it depends on what y'all mean by living for others, because for me, I think about it as just kind of living a more purposeful life, knowing that what I do isn't just for me. It's just like it's impacting other people too. Like looking at it more in a community lens. But if you're talking about living for others, it's like, like other people are kind of controlling what you do, then that can kind of be different, like a different story. Um Nevaeh said, like when I want to be social, I want to be by myself. Um, Chris said, I feel like us young people get took advantage of. Okay, how and what space? And I know Jada also commented again. Nevaeh said, I feel like there is not enough conversation about the food we eat and what is put in it. And I feel like that kind of ties into the youth food security team. So that might be a conversation that they can come on Wednesday and talk about. Jada said exactly what you said. If you in it, then you don't know about it. If you're not connected to a nonprofit, you don't know they exist, so you miss out on opportunities. Yeah, that makes sense. I understand that. Ralph said, I feel us as people should not take people different because we all have the same problems in many different ways. So basically, like,
Definitely.
not viewing people differently because, you know, all like different circumstances they may have because we all kind of just experiencing the same things. Um, Jada said I would want to see them on the news more, talking about nonprofits, as well as having them deeper in the low income neighborhoods. Yeah, and I kind of get experience of both like low income neighborhoods. It's like Baltimore, and then now I'm in Atlanta, and we work in my internship is in the Washington Park area, which is also another impoverished area. And like thinking about like the youth I work with and everything, I feel like it's definitely time to have more exposure. Um, I feel like sometimes with the nonprofits, we can kind of be like in our own little silos, like it's like what work is this nonprofit doing specifically, but like we kind of I think it should be more of like us all working together and being in community with one another. So it's like what work did we do all together instead of like what work did Heart Smiles do or this nonprofit do. Rel said, and then I'm gonna ask another question so me and Kayla can also continue our discussion. But having new people around you make more problems, but we all as human. I think it just depends on what type of people you have around you. Like, I feel like relationships or friendships or, anything you have connected with another person is meant to be beneficial on both ends. Not to say it's not going to be any problems or anything is not going to occur. Because I have some friends that sometimes, like, I have certain things that I need to say about, or they got to say have certain things to say to me that I can improve or whatever. But like, if you have good people around you, it should be more beneficial than problems. So I think it's about what determining what needs that you have in your life, why friends are around. Like sometimes I don't know, sometimes people have friends for the look of it, like the aesthetic. But you need to
Yeah.
have friends that's around you that they really have a purpose in your life and you have a purpose in their life too.
Yeah, I honestly feel like if a new person come in your life, they either gonna be either a blessing to you or a lesson to you. And either way, I'm not gonna push somebody if if we actually create a relationship. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna push nobody away because I'm not a mean person, but I don't really try to invite new people because I don't know if it's gonna be, a lesson instead of a blessing for me. So I'm kind of like cautious about that, but I do feel like I should let more people into my circle. So because if they're meant to be, they're meant to be.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense, and I get that. All right. So the next thing is, so we kind of got a gist of like, how we feel about, living for others or, just making room for others and everything like that. But like, in what ways do you think you make room for others in your life? So thinking about, the work that you do is basically surrounding like intentionality. So in what ways do you intentionally make room for others in your life? And Kayla, you can answer that, and then other people can also answer in the chat.
Um, well, I'm very friendly. I mean, like I said, I don't tell people they can't talk to me and stuff like that. I go to social events, and that's really how I meet a lot of people, like from going to social events within school, after school clubs and stuff like that. And I kind of keep in contact, but I never like really cling to somebody. But I do have people where I can like ask for help or conversate about certain topics or go to certain people about certain topics. And yeah.
That makes sense. I think sometimes like being or surrounding, well, people being around me can kind of be a little bit intimidating. Like in past situations, I've had people say like the stuff that I do, the work that I do, that people don't know how to approach me. And so I'm trying to figure out more about like how I can make room for others in that sense, because like I'm not going to stop the work that I'm doing to make other people feel more comfortable. But at the same time, I don't want it to be like I'm unapproachable. Like people can't come talk to me or like get help or anything like that. And then as far as like my close friends, I feel like I always try to think about maybe I haven't been doing it as much, but like think about how the people around me I can put in other spaces, if that makes sense. So like normally I see like different opportunities, whether it be on Instagram or like, you know, things that I talk about my internship or whatever, but trying to figure out how I can make opportunities for other people. I think about mixed spaces in that way. So I send recommendations to people, like whether it be like scholarships or like if you got a business and somebody's looking for a certain thing, I'll share your page. But I'll kind of look at it like that. And then as far as like I guess daily on my day to day, I think about the state of the stuff that I'm doing. So it's like, okay, on Heart Smiles, what could we do to make it better? With KR Smoothies, what could I do to make it better? And what little things could I do for that every day? Because I think sometimes it only gets like overwhelming, like, as far as like living for others or having a higher purpose, as far as paving the way for other people, when like you try to put all of this stuff on your task sheet and be like, I got to do all of this stuff by the day. That's when it starts being like overwhelming. But when you do like that one small thing every day, then it's like, okay, this isn't really that bad. Like I have a purpose of helping people, and I might not be doing a whole bunch, but like it's just still making a change for like, you know, other people. Jada said I hate taking risks sometimes. I feel you. I am like that too, but taking risks is really the only way that you can grow. Like sometimes you be like a little bit nervous, hesitant, scared, anxious, whatever, about like stepping into our next move. But like sometimes you just gotta do it. That's taking a risk. When you got you in your head, like I just gotta do it. That's taking a risk, because it's like, okay, now my feelings on the line. Now I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable. Like it's all these different things that you have to think about, but you always are gonna be taking a risk, and that's how you grow and also how you build your faith. Like sometimes you just gotta do things that's like crazy a little bit. It might seem crazy to other people, like, or sometimes impossible, but you just gotta jump out there and, you know, hope something drop out the sky to help you.
Yeah, I'm all about taking risks. Even though I feel like I shouldn't, but I still just do it. Like, I don't know. I just do it and I pray about it and then keep going.
Right. Once you pray about it, that's it. Because it's like, regardless, it's gonna turn out how it's supposed to anyway. Like regardless. So I think about it like that. Like once I jump out there, that's it. Like it's gonna fall out how it's supposed to fall out, and nothing happened by mistake. I don't think so. So, you know, however it turned out, even if it's not in the way that you thought it was, it has some meaning behind it. So sometimes you gotta do some reflection, like, you know, maybe what could I be doing differently, or like what is this telling me, like what things I should be doing differently in my life, or where I'm supposed to go. Like thinking about everything as having purpose behind it. Antonio said, no, risk are a big part of life for me, leads to hidden opportunities. And that's what I'm saying too. Like one time, I'm gonna give a quick story because I know we run a long time. But basically, my mom, she used to sign me up for everything. Like all the things she thought that I might just be interested in, she would sign me up for it. She wouldn't ask me, do I want to do it? Nothing. She just signed me up and then take me to wherever it is. So one time she signed me up for this like entrepreneurship thing. It was with the Yes program, and like I wasn't really like against it, but she just told me and took me to the place. She didn't ask me. So I go and like I was doing business at the time. I was 14. This is before KR Smoothies was really like officially a thing. Like something that I was like, this is a business. But she took me and I took a risk by like doing it, being more social because I am like an introvert for real. And I did it and I ended up winning grant money and connecting with the mayor at the time, vending at the air frame. But it all took like it came from one risk. So like I risked it all by putting myself out there, like doing a pitch and participating in a program every day, putting my all in it. That's a risk. And then as a result, I got multiple opportunities by one risk. So kind of think about it like that. Like if I don't take this risk, what am I missing out on? Because when you stay stagnant and you are just like in this one spot and you get comfortable, it's not really room for more like opportunities to come your way. Like you have to constantly just keep going out on the edge to attract more stuff.
Yeah, and especially when it's not nothing that you can like lose that's really big. Like when it's something small, go ahead and take that risk.
Yeah, it's nothing. I think sometimes we just overthink it, that it becomes like when stuff start making you feel like a little scared or a little nervous, that you kind of get paralyzed. Like you just stop moving, you stop doing stuff because you have a fear or you're scared or something. So don't let that fear paralyze you. Allow it to push you forward. Like the only way to get rid of that fear is by doing it. So, just do it. So I know we don't really have that much time left, and soon we're gonna be having to get into jewels. But is there anything that you think that we should take care of or talk a little bit more about as far as making space for others? And that's for Kayla and for people that's in the chat. Like if there's anything that y'all want to talk about real quick before we get into jewels. Okay, so I'm gonna see if more people comment, but I think that one thing that we could kind of talk about real quick is like making space for others doesn't have to be something that's grand or like super out of the ordinary. It could be something that is small, like oh, Dawn, I was just asking, like, for the topic, is there any other things that people wanted to discuss before we did jewels, as far as like making space for others, like how to do it or anything, like any advice that y'all need or anything before we wrapped up? But I feel like you going to drop something, so I don't want to say go ahead and say anything else. Chris said just be yourself. And sometimes that's all it takes. Like sometimes we overthink so much that like I said, stuff is paralyzing. But if you just naturally do the thing that you do, naturally gravitate towards your gifts, gravitate towards the right people, then everything is just gonna fall out how it's supposed to. Don't say being you. All right, well, I guess we can go ahead and get started with jewels. If somebody drops something or anything like that, we'll go ahead and like address that. But right now we can go ahead and just share our jewel. And for the people that may be new or haven't watched Winning Wednesday or anything before, anything Heart Smiles, a jewel is basically just something that you share that you want people to take with them after they stop watching the session. So Kayla, you had a jewel?
Yeah. So I said making space for others can be beneficial, or it can't, or it may not be beneficial, but just take the risk.
Definitely. And like Kayla, we were just already talking about like everything is going to turn out how it's supposed to. So it's really nothing stopping y'all. like from doing whatever you need to do. I know on here we got people that have like big goals and a lot of things they want to accomplish, and even with like year round, y'all have like internships that y'all about to start being in. But think about the space that you're in and like the power that you hold. Um, like a lot of I'm not doing it in a comparison way or whatever, or like you're looking down on somebody else, but think about like the space that you're in right now and think about where other people are. Like we have a lot of power to make change and make things more beneficial and helpful for those people that don't have some of the opportunities that we have, like the year round project and the internships and youth food security and the Squeezy Boy project that we have now. All these things are here for us to help other people and put things in place or even kind of give people more power and more like belief in their abilities and capabilities. And like one thing that I really appreciate with Heart Smiles is that people are able to like recognize their gifts. Like before I got here, I was just doing a little bit of everything. Everything that looked good, I was doing, like National Honor Society and class president and, all of that different types of stuff. But really, I didn't necessarily know my purpose. But now that I've been given the opportunity to be around like-minded individuals in Heart Smiles, looking at leadership, it's like my passion is youth and community. And like after some time, people will be able to see that like it is like power in all youth, like regardless of the background, regardless of what they're doing, like just the youth voice is powerful. So just I think my jewel is just recognize your power, recognize the things that you can do to help other people. And it doesn't have to be big. Like it could be, simple things is like complimenting someone or just being helpful. Like if it's anything you could do, like holding the door for someone or anything, then that's you doing what you need to do. So that's kind of what I got for y'all today. If it's stuff that we didn't cover that y'all will want to be covered at another time, let me know. And kind of give us what your feedback was on this session, because I constantly am talking with Coach of like the things that we can improve, the things that we can do to kind of make these sessions better for y'all, because they here for y'all. It's not just for me and for Coach, just so we can hear ourselves talk, but for y'all. So I know y'all wanted the takeovers, y'all wanted the theme. We got a theme for y'all next month. We got some things that we want for y'all to participate in next month too. But if there's anything else that y'all want to talk about, let me know. I'll sit on here for the next maybe 3 minutes. And yeah, but thank you, Kayla, for hopping on. I know I asked today in the group chat to see if anybody want to hop on. I appreciate you for saying that you could. So thank you.
No problem. Quick. Why didn't y'all tell me I was frozen for a while?
You wasn't really like frozen. It was like, for me, it went black and then it would say your initial and then you would come back on. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it was frozen on your end, because it'd be doing that with me too sometimes.
Oh, because I was looking at it on my phone. I'm just like, I'm frozen. Like nobody said nothing. And now I'm looking at it on this screen.
Go ahead and let her go.
It's so delayed on this actual screen, so I'm just like, I don't know which one it is. I'm just like, I hope you're not screenshotting me.
I hope they ain't. You only screenshot Kayla, right? I could have swore that it wasn't really frozen, but if it was frozen, y'all ain't screenshot Kayla, right?
They're not gonna say it.
Because for me, I'm gonna say yeah, I screenshot it. I say that.
Man, it's okay.
But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all for always coming on, engaging. Make sure that y'all go out there and make space for other people, and just think about how intentional you are being with the work that you do. Even if it's something that you don't think is like too big, everything is a big deal. Everything that you do is a big deal, because you get a new chance to write your story every day that you wake up and you get breath in your body. So don't waste it. Basically, don't waste it. Learn something new every day. Do something new every day. And yeah, I love y'all. If y'all have any questions or anything, hit me up. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my Instagram in the chat. Well, both of them, my business and my personal Instagram. But yeah, make sure y'all thank Kayla for hopping on. If y'all want to hop on any of the other sessions, hit up me or Coach Johnson. And yeah. I love y'all and see y'all in 2 weeks.
See ya.
Bye.